Many people want longevity, health, and happiness. Actually, it indeed has very great relationship with one's own mentality. If the mentality is very good, then one will have very long life. I also knew in the past an elder Huang from Jiangxi here. He's already lived to over 90 years old. He came to our academy very early, probably came in the 90s. Some professors here all know him. They came together very long ago. Actually, at that time, he also made aspirations. One is that he himself wants longevity. Another is that he himself wants to benefit many people. Actually, not only him, among Buddhists, including those you may also know, there are many long-lived people like Master Qingding, Nan Huaijin, Li Bingyan, also Elder Guangqin, Zhao Puchu. These all lived to over 90 years old. Many people drink and smoke all day, doing many things relatively unfavorable to physical health. Their lifespans aren't necessarily very long. Honestly, you can look. It's not because I'm a Buddhist that I deliberately praise like this. I'm not like that. You can observe. Now, many very successful management schools in America and Germany all offer various levels of meditation activities. These meditation activities are very useful for people's values. Everyone knows people like Li Ka-shing and Steve Jobs. Their success today actually has certain relationship with meditation. Those present should have also recently seen their different biographies and their different meditation methods. Especially now, genuinely proven by science, it also has very great help for one's own physical health. I've seen before that scientists from an American university conducted meditation experiments on 40 students. During the experimental process, what result did they finally obtain? Actually, if one can meditate 5 to 10 minutes every day, then in the body, consumption of the brain can be reduced by 15%. This is also equivalent to a mature person now sleeping deeply for 7 hours. We sleep 7 hours. Many people say, for physical health, one must sleep 8 hours, sleep 7 hours. Actually, when you get up in the morning, when you go to sleep at night, if you can do 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, then it completely has very great help for your physical recovery and your body. Moreover, in the body, there's an element called fatigue toxin. The concentration of this fatigue toxin naturally decreases. So whether now at Harvard University or Yale University, including now Tsinghua, Peking University, Fudan, many universities have also established meditation centers. Actually, meditation centers cultivate one's own mind through a tranquil method. When cultivating your own mind, if your mind is already pure, then other things, including your wisdom and various aspects, are all very easy. In Buddhism, there's something called from discipline arises meditation, from meditation arises wisdom. First, our behavior must be regulated, must have discipline. People must be good people. Then on this foundation, the mind must calm down. After the mind calms down, then wisdom arises. So I think now, first, the mind has no discipline, thinking about this and that all day. In the end, I'm afraid one's concentration power is indeed very difficult. For this meditation method, one is what I just said. Your mind is not attached to anything, let go of all connections and settle. This is one method. There's another method. If you have faith, or even if you have no faith, you place a Buddha statue in front of you, an image of Amitabha Buddha or Shakyamuni Buddha. Because the Buddha's mudra, the Buddha's posture, actually have very great effect on your entire body's serenity and peace. Then keep your mind focused on this for a while. If you don't know anything else, you can arise from meditation. This kind of method, such a method actually truly has very great effect on our physical health. So regarding this, in the past, I don't know if you've heard of it, there was a scholar named Liang Tingchan, a scholar from the late Qing dynasty. He wrote a book. This book is chronological of life and death of famous people in Chinese history. It compiled statistics for many years, approximately from 232 CE to 1884, a total of 1,652 years. He made very detailed observations of the lifespans of figures over such a long period. Then during his observations, he compared eminent Buddhist monks and masters with emperors throughout Chinese history. When making comparisons among eminent monks and masters, 571 people had an average lifespan of 76.4 years. During these 1,652 years, their average age was 76.4 years. This is 36.1 years higher than the average age of emperors throughout history. Calculating this way, the average age of emperors throughout history was approximately 40 years old. Eminent monastic masters throughout history lived to 76 years old. Like Master Shu Yun, he lived to 120 years old. A disciple of Master Shu Yun, Master Ben Huan, who just passed away last year, he lived to 106 years old. When I met him at over 100 years old, his body was very healthy. His mind was also very clear. On Mount Wutai, there's an elder Menkan. He's exactly 100 years old this year. He studied at Sera Monastery, one of Tibet's 3 great monasteries. Later, he was imprisoned for 33 years, came out and taught Dharma for another 33 years. In his 90s, approaching 100 years old, he still teaches others every day. One day, I saw that Phoenix TV interviewed him. When others interview him with questions, he answers very clearly. His thinking is not confused at all, very clear. An ordinary person may find this very difficult. There's also another disciple of Master Shuyun called Master Miaozhi, who lived to 116 years old. Around the year 2000, he was China's sole person with the highest age. At that time, everyone probably heard of him. After he passed away, many people wondered, 116 years old, living to such a long life, what kind of secret did he have? Later they discovered that when he was alive, actually his secret was very related to Buddhism's precept, meditation, and wisdom. What was this secret? He had 3 diligences, 3 tranquilities, 3 lightnesses, and 3 joys. These health cultivation tips. What are the 3 diligences? He said, diligence of mind, feet, and hands. The meaning is use your brain more, move your hands and feet more. That's probably the meaning. Actually, the body needs more exercise. Now, many people just eat all day without exercising. In the end, it's very unfavorable for the body. I think physical exercise is still very important. Also, many people should use their brains and do more thinking. A few days ago, I saw a 72-year-old Tibetan elder who started memorizing many texts. I said, your spirit is very commendable. Still memorizing books in your 70s, this spirit is commendable. So I think many people shouldn't think that at 50 or 60, now I should retire, do my own things, and not use their brain. Originally, very successful people, finally at 50 or 60, they try to step down, then start eating, drinking, playing every day. This is unreasonable. Actually, the older people get, the richer their wisdom and experience. So I think his 3 diligences are related to using the brain and exercising. Then he had 3 tranquilities, which means the mind should be tranquil, the energy should be tranquil, the body's channels, winds, and drops should be tranquil, and behavior should be tranquil. The meaning is, the mind should often meditate, should be tranquil, not always restless and scattered outward. Now everyone holds a phone, either making calls all day, watching TV all day, or talking all day. Actually, this is very meaningless. Sometimes calm down. We humans need both movement and stillness. When calming down, your channels, winds, and drops will all restore. Our body and energy also need to become tranquil. Also, your body should be active when it should be active, and when it shouldn't be active, rest like many meditation masters. Whether you have faith or not, now many American universities, many people practice Zen meditation. Very good. Sitting for 1 or 2 hours. If we can't sit for 1 or 2 hours, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, sit a bit when getting up in the morning. Also sit a bit before sleeping at night. It also helps your body. We're not talking about future lives, just temporarily like this. This is called 3 tranquilities. Then there are 3 lightnesses. What are the 3 lightnesses? Take wealth lightly, take power lightly, take age lightly. Don't be too attached to wealth, should take it lightly. Finally, when you die, you can't take anything with you. Perhaps what you have now. The day before yesterday, I saw someone from Brazil, or which country, the country's biggest tycoon, approximately with $30 billion, suddenly became penniless. So our life is impermanent. When all wealth will be gone is hard to say. Status is also like this. Now, many people, once becoming a bureau chief, want to be at a higher level. If they're a section chief, they want to keep climbing up. Finally, perhaps when climbing to national president, you still want to be UN Secretary General. You might think this way. People's attachment to status, of course, we also don't completely abandon it. What should be possessed should be strived for. This is Buddhism's completely positive aspect. But also can't be too attached. Being attached every day is useless. More importantly, we should take age lightly. Many people get very sad when their age increases, counting every day how old they are now. This is also unnecessary. Finally, the 3, he said, joy in helping others. Contentment brings lasting joy, finding joy in oneself. These 3 are very important. They're truly the causes of happiness in life. If we help others, our own heart is happy. If our own heart is happy, then all happiness comes from the mind. This is very important. This kind of happiness, I think for people present, actually simple happiness isn't very important. True happiness is when you're alive, you're happy. And when dying, you're also happy. If you truly understand truth after death, even life after life, happiness is more important. For us, this should be more important. So I hope many people now have some confusion. To dispel such confusion, we need our wisdom. This wisdom is what Buddhism discusses, the last of the three trainings, wisdom. This wisdom, everyone knows, many people also, people present from childhood until now, are all people learning wisdom. However, Buddhism explains that so-called wisdom has worldly wisdom and transcendent wisdom. Worldly wisdom, people present all study it. Whether you study in university or middle school, you continuously learn skills and knowledge, learn all management systems, etc., continuously learning these. But what we need more is transcendent wisdom. Why do I speak of transcendent wisdom? Everyone present today knows regarding worldly wisdom, you're very proficient. Transcendent wisdom isn't very easy. In Buddhism, we often talk about listening, contemplating, and practice, three kinds of wisdom. So-called listening wisdom is that your wisdom comes from teachers who truly have virtue. From teachers, you must hear genuine wisdom. What we discover now is some surface of things. The true reality of things, I'm afraid we haven't completely understood yet. At this time, it must be through teacher transmission. Although some people have wisdom without teacher transmission, without lineage, relying on one's own conceptual thinking, may not fully understand. After this, there's hearing wisdom. After hearing wisdom, one must engage in contemplation oneself. In Tibetan Buddhism, there's much debate, questioning, and mutual discussion. We now especially need mutual discussion. Actually, exchanging fairly and face-to-face like this is also a very good, skillful means for producing wisdom. This is called contemplation wisdom. The final wisdom is called practice wisdom. What is practice wisdom? What you've heard, what you've contemplated yourself. Just speaking verbally still doesn't work. Now, many people, when speaking, talk fantastically, speak particularly well. After speaking, they themselves don't do it, others also don't do it. This way, it's completely empty talk, useless. So actually putting into practice is called true practice wisdom. Of course, with this practice wisdom, we need to recognize what is the most fundamental truth of life, to recognize the nature of mind, to recognize the true reality of all phenomena. At this time, Buddhism directly talks about so-called emptiness, selflessness, etc., these principles. Today, in the management school present, you don't need to worry too much about emptiness. If all people realize emptiness, no one will do management work. If all people realize selflessness, there's no self anymore. Actually, you also don't need to worry. Realization of selflessness isn't so easy. The state that eminent masters throughout history realized through great hardships is indeed also very wonderful. I very much hope people present, no matter what, you all shouldn't regard some meanings in Buddhism as superstition or mythology